social injustices, we're not breathing. We are reacting. There's all this anxiety. I express to you my fears. I'm like, I'm afraid, and then I'm like, no, I'm not afraid. I'm trying to talk myself of not being afraid of this system and afraid of the raids and all this stuff. But there's that anxiety, and as much as there's anxiety, and sometimes there's a mix of anxiety, I think there's that self-pity. Like, this has happened to me. I've been raided. My door's been knocked down. I'm a single mother. And through breathing, this is how we can actually take control of these anxieties, or really expel them. Really expel. I think when we breathe it out, push out all that carbon, push out all that anxiety, push out all that anger, push out all that pain. But we have to face it, is what you're saying too. So facing it, embracing it, being a witness of it, and pushing it out, releasing it.
You know, slavery created the greatest trauma, and that trauma has been suppressed within our people today. It's carried on from generation to generation, and that needs to be released. And it was never allowed to be released, and we may think, well, I'm a new person, and no, we live in a world that is one. The air we breathe is not, the air I breathe is not unique to the air you breathe. The water I drink is not unique to the water you drink, nor the food, because everything is interconnected, and you cannot separate. So we function as groups, not as individuals. And individuals is an egotistic way of looking at reality. Because in the creative realm, or within the creator, there is no individual.
And this is how the society is designed us, to try to actually individualize us and clone us to look alike. And at the same time, it's good to have self-awareness, but the individuality has a design that actually separates us. Even by the urban planning, it is throwing us in pockets. When we get into, we're going to be discussing a little bit in terms of urban planning, in terms of looking at the design of subsidized housing in Canada. There's only one entry. There's not two entries, but there's only one entry, whether it be an apartment building, whether it be, and there's a lot of suppression within our community, and we're seeing this, Again, today we're just look at the breathing, being aware. As much as we have post-traumatic, we do have current events that our young people are seeing today, which we wish wasn't the case. Right. We actually have your son here in the studio with us at ReggaeRadio.com, and he has a very powerful piece to share with us.
Yes, he does.
And at the same time, it's not only powerful, but I find it's empowering. And I'd love to introduce to our listeners Prince Hakeem.
The title of this poem is Crisis at War. Jesus Christ, them shut off we head, and everyone cry when them loved ones dead. Yes, we Allah and we bow, but we still stand tall, cause we black, and we're beautiful. Them treat we like that, we start to creep and we crawl. Them beat we, but we start pit blood. Them beat we, but they know we're sandy gun. Them beat we, people who no see. Them beat we, them a ill treat we. We hide in the mountain, we take a look at rest. When we return them, I know the best. We fight them rough, cause them not all that tough. Yes, Columbus, a bluff, not a bluff. Jesus Christ, them shut off we head, and everyone cry when them loved ones dead. Yes, we Allah and we bow, but we still stand tall, cause we're black, and we're beautiful. We're black, and we're beautiful. Aye, aye, aye.
And that you are, that we are royalty. Thank you, Prince Hakeem. That was powerful. That was powerful. It is wonderful to hear the greatness of this young prince.
Yes.
It's an oxymoron to hear that he knows that they beat us down. He knows that. He might know it through history, but it's unfortunate we are witnessing this still today. But I'm glad that you know that you're black and you're beautiful.
You know, I just want to share with this, you know, Prince Hakeem is just 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And the piece that he just recited was a piece that was written by him. And, you know, it's important to get our young people into various activities and allowed to express and be creative in their own, to their own capacity.
That's right.
And, you know, he does me proud when I hear him, you know, write and express a piece like this. You know, it makes me feel proud, you know. But I had to be with him. His mother had to be with him and helping and nurturing. You know, this is what it takes to and not just, you know, his mother and myself, you know, his uncles and aunties and grandmothers and people of the community.
Mm-hmm.
And this all helped to empower. And our young people need this, that they may grow. Look, you cannot plant a seed into the earth and leave it to chance to grow. As a good farmer or good farmers, you have to be around to weed out the weeds that will come to kill it, you know, and mulch the soil and allow the sun to shine upon that so the seed may come. We live in an environment where if you're not steadily weeding out these wrong teachings to your children, teaching them to disrespect their mothers and disrespect their fathers and hate themselves because they don't see the struggle of their mothers and their fathers. Because they spend 7 hours, 8 hours in the daycare system at the prime of their life between 1 and 6 years old. And they get to see mommy maybe an hour or two, as you had mentioned earlier in the program. And they don't really get mommy's love the way they need mommy's attention and daddy's love and daddy's attention. We live in a sick environment, and it's making our people sick. It's making us sick, and we need to wake up. We need to learn to become witness of our lives. We need to learn to become conscious breathers in our life so we may identify with who we are, identify with the Creator, that we may connect and work and build and grow with people of our kin within our community. We need to come together. We just cannot grow alone. My people is destroyed for the lack of knowledge, and where there is no knowledge, there is no unity, and it will take unity to grow us and nurture us and build us. So as the great farmers as we once were, we still are. All we have to do is come home, fall in love with ourselves again. You know, love your lips, love your nose, love your eyes, love your skin, love your kink. Fall in love with yourself all over again so that we may grow and build as we once built yesterday.
Powerful, Rohan. Listeners, if you're listening out there, just want to stress how important it is for us to really get to know ourselves. When we get to know ourselves, we'll start to understand simple things, or not even to say simple things, as to why the black family has been dismantled. We're still seeing it today. Yes, our families were divided. We were even like used as breeding machines. But even today, through social economics and lone parents, we're seeing our families being dismantled. Our children are in the school system or the daycare system, as you said, for 7 to 8 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's a disconnect.
Yes.
The need for unity is a very detailed thing, but it begins with ourselves. It begins with our family.
Mm-hmm.
It begins with understanding the music our children listen to, and having a sound discussion with them about it. Over the weeks, we're going to be talking about many of the areas that we are going to be covering, and such as dealing with the school system, unfairness in the workplace, and what have you. But I just want to leave you with this thought. It's a poetic thought. Let's take responsibility for our own destiny. Nurture our families, building strong communities. Because I'm not care if we even eat. And I'm not care if we walk on the streets. I'm not care if we even eat. So come, let we make our stand. This is our Father's land. Come, let we make our stand. You tune into Let's Talk with Lady Sharon on rootsreggaeradio.com. One love. Oh.
Well, I love it. Enjoy it right here.
Oh, 3:56. I missed